All right, so you sent me some stuff on this hire an AI sales agent thing and the RewardBOT.
Mm-hmm.
And wow, this deep dive into AI sales automation is really something else.
It really does feel like we're seeing a huge shift happen right before our eyes.
Businesses are going to have to adapt quickly to this.
Absolutely.
So, okay, let's start with hire an AI sales agent.
Okay.
They say they can totally automate your sales process for $499 per month.
Wow.
No hiring salespeople, no paying commissions. It's wild.
It is.
Like AI running the whole thing 24/7. Could this actually replace like an entire sales team? What do you think?
That's a bold claim.
Yeah?
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, the source material we have breaks it down into 3 different bots.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
called a RewardBOT, SalesBOT, and EventBOT.
Like their own little sales team or something?
Yeah, kind of like a little AI sales team. Each one has a different role.
Okay.
To answer your question, though, whether it can replace an entire sales team, I think it really depends
Yeah.
on the specifics of the business and what that $499 a month actually gets you.
I see. So it's not like just plug it in and watch the money roll in.
Right, exactly.
There's got to be more to it.
Yeah.
Well, let's break down these bots then and see what they actually do.
Okay.
This social rewards-based sales prospect outreach and branding thing is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
So it uses contests and webinars and things like that to get people's attention,
Mm-hmm.
but then it turns those people into affiliates and rewards them for spreading the word.
Right.
Isn't that kind of like creating a marketing army without having to actually manage a whole team?
It's really leveraging the power of incentives and word of mouth at scale.
Wow.
We see this on a smaller scale with things like influencer marketing,
Right.
but this takes it to a whole other level.
Yeah, for sure.
The big question is how effective it would be for different businesses.
That's a good point.
Would it work for everyone?
Yeah, because a contest for some new software might get people excited,
Mm-hmm.
but would it work for something maybe less exciting?
Right.
So I
Exactly.
need to keep that in mind.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, what about this live data prospecting?
Yeah.
It says they use things like LinkedIn Sales Navigator to find the perfect customers in real time,
Yeah.
and they even verify their email addresses. How does that even work? That seems so difficult.
It's not a simple process, that's for sure.
Yeah.
They claim 97% accuracy on those verified emails,
Wow.
which seems to relay they must be using a lot of different data sources.
That's incredible.
Think about all the information that's available on platforms like LinkedIn.
Oh, yeah.
Job titles, company size, what industry they're in, even their posts and who they're connected to.
Right.
The AI can analyze all of that and identify potential leads that fit your ideal customer profile.
I see.
Then it uses all these different algorithms and data aggregation to try and figure out their accurate email address.
That's wild.
I know the success rate probably depends on how good their data sources are and how the algorithms are trained.
So it's not magic, but it's some seriously advanced tech.
It really is.
Okay, so we've got these potential customers identified. What happens next?
That's where this chatbot automation outreach comes in.
Okay.
So the AI takes that ideal customer profile you've created
Mm-hmm.
and it starts contacting these potential leads through personalized emails.
Okay.
And it even handles all the follow-up messages.
Wait, so personalized emails from a bot?
Mm-hmm.
Does it write them like from scratch? How personalized can they really be?
It probably uses a combination of pre-written templates and AI-generated content.
Okay.
The level of personalization really depends on how sophisticated the AI is
Right.
and how much data it has to work with.
Interesting.
For example, it might pull details from someone's LinkedIn profile to tailor the message specifically to them.
So like you could get an email that mentions your recent promotion or something.
Exactly. It could mention a project you're working on.
Wow.
It feels personal, even though it was written by a bot.
It's a little unsettling, but also really impressive.
I know. It's crazy.
So theoretically, you could have this AI running 24/7, finding these leads, sending these emails, and following up without you doing anything.
That's the idea they're selling, right?
Yeah.
Unmatched scalability and efficiency.
Right.
Unlimited campaigns, contacts, emails.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing,
Yeah.
but the real-world results would definitely depend on a lot of different things.
Right. It can't be that easy.
It's not a set-it-and-forget-it solution.
Okay.
You'd still need to keep an eye on the system
Yeah.
and analyze the data and make adjustments.
You can't just let the AI run wild.
Exactly.
What about all these emails actually ending up in people's inboxes,
Right.
not getting flagged as spam?
Yeah, that's always a risk.
It's a constant battle.
They address that with their deliverability and inbox management features.
Okay.
Things like email warm-up and deliverability tools to make sure you don't end up in the spam folder.
So they're taking care of all the technical stuff.
Exactly. It's all about maintaining a good sender reputation so your messages actually get seen.
Okay, so they're making sure the emails actually get out there and people see them.
Yeah.
But what about keeping those customers once you've got them?
Right.
Isn't that just as important as finding new ones?
Absolutely. Customer retention is key.
Yeah.
That's where the cashback rewards and loyalty programs come in.
Okay.
It's not just about getting new customers, it's about keeping the ones you have happy.
Building those relationships.
Exactly. Building loyalty and rewarding them for sticking around.
So they've really thought about the entire customer journey.
It seems like it.
From finding new leads to keeping the customers you already have.
Yeah.
This hire an AI sales agent seems like a pretty complete package, at least from what we're seeing here.
Yeah, from the surface it does.
But we still need to unpack what this actually means for a business.
Yeah.
And whether it really lives up to all the hype.
Exactly. There's a lot to consider.
For sure.
The potential cost savings are definitely appealing,
Yeah.
but we need to think about the potential downsides too. Can an AI really replicate the human touch in sales?
That's a good question.
What are the ethical implications?
Yeah.
How would all of this impact the role of human salespeople?
Right.
These are all questions we need to think about.
We've really only scratched the surface, and hire an AI sales agent is just one piece of this whole thing.
Right.
Remember that RewardBOT thing we talked about at the beginning?
Yes.
It sounds like it could be used for way more than just sales.
Yeah. I'm really curious to dive into that.
Me too.
And see how it all connects.
Yeah, let's switch gears and explore that RewardBOT in more detail.
Okay.
This is where things could get really interesting.
I think so too.
Yeah.
This RewardBOT really makes you think about how we learn and interact with new information.
Yeah.
Like, what if getting rewarded was just a regular part of learning?
I'm looking at the stuff about RewardBOT, and this is so much more than just sales.
Right.
It's like they're building this whole world around AI and learning and community.
Yeah.
They even have this flexible setup thing. Oh, yeah. You can either have them manage everything for you, or you can take a more hands-on approach and do it yourself.
Oh, that's great.
Give people options.
Options are always good.
Right.
It can work for people with different needs and different levels of technical skills.
Exactly.
But let's talk about this idea of monetization opportunities for a second.
Okay.
They're saying you can actually earn points or even cash or even crypto
What?
just by using the platform.
Wow.
It's almost like turning learning into a game.
A game where you get paid to play.
Right.
I mean,
But seriously, though, think about it.
yeah.
People spend hours and hours on social media playing games, watching videos.
Yeah, all the time.
What if they could be earning rewards for learning about AI
Right.
or sharing what they know or contributing to projects?
That could be huge.
It could totally change how people learn.
Yeah,
Motivation is key, especially with something as complicated as AI.
for sure.
And it's not even just about the rewards.
Yeah.
It's about building a community where people feel like their contributions are valuable.
Right. Like they're part of something.
Exactly. And where they feel encouraged to participate.
I see.
And that's where their integrated learning platform comes in.
Oh.
They're talking about giving people access to all these cutting-edge AI resources and knowledge,
Okay.
all within this reward-based system.
So you're learning from experts and getting rewarded for it.
Yeah, imagine a space where you can learn from the best way,
Right.
connect with other people who are interested in AI,
Right.
and earn rewards for what you're learning.
It sounds almost too good to be true.
It does.
But let's go back to that hire an AI sales agent thing for a minute.
Okay.
They're really pushing this idea of cost savings. No more salaries, no more commissions, just a flat fee every month.
Right.
But can it really replace an entire sales team?
Yeah, that's the question.
Especially when it comes to building relationships with customers.
Yeah, and closing those big deals.
Yeah.
Cost is always a big factor for businesses, of course.
Of course.
But you have to remember that AI isn't some magic solution.
Right.
It can automate tasks and make things more efficient.
Yeah.
But there are still some things that really need human interaction.
Okay, what kinds of things?
Well, things like complex negotiations, for example,
Okay.
or really understanding a customer's needs on a deeper level,
Right.
or building trust with someone over time.
Yeah, those are all important.
Those are all things that experienced salespeople are really good at.
So it's not about getting rid of humans altogether.
Yeah.
It's about finding the right balance
Yeah.
between using AI and human expertise.
Exactly.
Like how we were talking about that RewardBOT and how it could make learning better.
Right. Not replacing teachers altogether.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about augmentation, not replacement.
Okay.
AI can do all the repetitive tasks and analyze data. It can even start conversations.
Right.
But it's that human element that brings creativity and empathy. And that personal touch that's so important for building strong relationships.
I see.
Whether it's closing a deal or building a sense of community,
Right.
that human connection is still essential.
Speaking of connections, let's go back to that social rewards-based sales prospect outreach and branding thing.
Okay.
It talks about turning participants into affiliates automatically.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of like encouraging people to be walking advertisements for your product?
It's a strategy that can definitely be effective,
Yeah.
especially these days with social media and online community.
Everyone's online.
People are already sharing their experiences and recommendations online all the time.
That's true.
This system just makes it official,
Okay.
turns your happy customers into advocates for your brand.
Makes sense.
But you have to be transparent about how the system works
Yeah.
and make sure that people are choosing to participate because they want to.
Right. Not because they feel pressured.
Exactly.
Transparency is so important.
It really is.
People need to know what they're getting into and feel like they're being treated fairly.
Absolutely.
And that goes for data privacy too, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
We're talking about these AI systems collecting all sorts of data about potential customers.
Tons of data.
How can businesses make sure they're using that data responsibly and ethically?
That's a huge question,
Yeah,
especially in today's world where everything is driven by data.
everything.
Businesses need to be upfront about what data they're collecting,
Yeah.
how they're using it, and how they're protecting it. And they need to make sure they're following all the rules and regulations about data privacy.
Right.
It's all about building trust,
Yeah.
not just with customers, but with everyone involved.
Trust is so important.
It really is, especially when you're talking about things like AI and automation.
Yeah, people need to feel confident
Mhm.
that their data is being handled properly.
Right.
And that the systems are being used for the right reasons.
Exactly, not just to make money.
Okay, so we've talked about the technical stuff, the potential benefits, and the importance of using this technology responsibly.
Yeah.
But what about the practical side of things?
Okay.
Let's say someone who owns a business is listening to this right now
Mm-hmm.
and thinking, okay, this all sounds pretty cool,
Yeah.
but how would I actually use this in my business?
Right. How do you even get started?
Yeah.
It's a good question. And it's not as simple as just turning on the AI.
No.
It takes careful planning and strategy.
Okay.
And you have to figure out how to integrate it with the systems you're already using.
Mm-hmm.
Businesses need to look at their current processes and figure out where AI can actually make a difference,
I see.
and then choose the right tools and platforms for their needs.
Sounds complicated.
It can be, but it's also important to have the right people in place.
Okay.
People who understand both the technology and the business goals.
So it's not just about buying some new software.
Right. It's about understanding how to use it the right way.
Yeah.
And making it part of your overall business strategy.
You need to have a vision for how AI can help you.
Exactly.
But let's be real. This all sounds pretty futuristic.
It does.
Is this something that small businesses can actually do right now?
Yeah.
Or is it just for the big companies with lots of money?
That's a valid question.
Yeah.
AI is often seen as something that's only for big tech companies.
Right.
But things are changing really quickly.
Really?
There are a lot more AI tools and platforms available now
Okay.
that are actually affordable.
Oh, that's good.
So even smaller businesses can start using AI.
That's encouraging.
And as the technology gets better,
Yeah?
we can expect it to become even more accessible and affordable.
So it's not just something for the big guys?
Exactly.
It's a tool that can help businesses of all sizes to be more innovative, to grow, and to compete.
Absolutely.
And it's not just about businesses either.
Right.
Individuals can benefit from these advancements too.
Yeah, think about RewardBOT and how it could give anyone access to learning about AI.
Yeah, it's about empowering people,
Exactly. It's about making sure everyone can be part of the AI revolution.
no matter who they are or what their background is.
Right. Doesn't matter if you're a tech expert or not.
So it's not just about automation and efficiency.
Right.
It's about giving people the power to do more
Yeah.
and making a future where everyone has the opportunity to succeed.
It's about creating a more inclusive future for everyone.
Yeah, and using AI to make that happen.
Exactly. AI has the potential to be a really positive force.
Mm-hmm.
It can drive innovation, solve problems, and make people's lives better.
It can do so much.
But it's up to us to make sure that happens.
We have to shape the future.
We have to make sure that we're using these technologies responsibly and ethically.
Right, and that they benefit everyone, not just a few. This deep dive has been fascinating.
It really has.
We've talked about how AI could change sales, transform how we learn,
Yeah.
and even reshape what work looks like in the future. It's amazing to think about.
It's clear that AI isn't just some fad.
It's not going anywhere.
It's here to stay,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to change everything.
It really is.
But I still have one big question.
What that?
What does all of this mean for the future of work?
Yeah,
Will robots be taking over all the jobs?
that's the big question, isn't it?
It is.
And one that we're going to talk about in more detail in our final segment.
Okay.
Get ready because things are about to get really interesting.
All right, let's talk about the big question everyone's thinking about with all this AI stuff.
Yeah, the elephant in the room.
Exactly. We've talked about AI sales agents and building communities and earning crypto while you learn.
Mm-hmm.
But what does it all mean for our jobs? Are we all going to be replaced by robots?
It's the question everyone's asking, and it's not an easy one to answer. It's
Yeah.
not really about robots taking over completely.
Okay.
It's more about how our jobs are going to change as we use these technologies more and more. So less like Terminator and more like we need to learn new skills.
Exactly. Think of it this way. AI is really good at tasks that are repetitive or involve tons of data,
Mm-hmm.
or things that need a lot of processing power, things like that.
Okay.
Humans, on the other hand, we're really good at things like creativity and empathy and critical thinking
Right.
and building relationships. Those are things that are really hard for AI to do.
So instead of AI like taking our jobs completely, it's more about AI doing the boring stuff so we can focus on the things that need a human touch.
Exactly. That's the idea.
Okay, I like that.
Think about sales for a second.
Okay.
Instead of spending hours making cold calls or typing data into a computer,
Right. Nobody likes doing that.
AI can do all of that stuff.
Okay.
And then the salespeople can focus on building relationships with their clients,
Right.
understanding what their clients really need, and giving them expert advice.
It's like they can actually do their job.
Exactly. It's about using the best of both AI and humans to create a workforce that's more efficient and more effective.
That makes a lot of sense. So it's not about being scared of robots.
No, not at all.
It's about learning how to work with them
Yeah,
and adapting to this new world.
exactly.
What kind of skills do you think will be most important in this future with all this AI around?
I think being adaptable and willing to learn new things will be really important.
Okay.
The jobs people will be doing in the future might not even exist yet. We have to be open to new technologies and learning new skills and constantly changing.
It's like the only constant is change.
Right. And beyond that, skills that are really human will be in high demand.
What do you mean?
Things like critical thinking, problem solving, communication, collaboration,
Okay.
emotional intelligence, things like that.
So basically the things that make us human, those
Exactly.
are the things that will be even more important.
In a world where everything is becoming automated,
Hmm.
being able to connect with other people on a human level,
Yep.
to understand their emotions and respond to them, to think critically and creatively.
Those are all important.
Those are the things that will make us irreplaceable.
That's actually really reassuring.
It is. It's exciting.
It's not about being replaced by robots.
Right.
It's about finding new ways to contribute and be valuable.
Exactly.
And it's not just about work either, right?
Yeah.
This whole RewardBOT thing suggests that AI can change the way we learn and interact with information.
Yeah. Imagine a world where learning is like a game.
Fun.
Yeah. Where you get rewarded for being curious and sharing what you know.
Yeah.
Where you can connect with experts from all over the world and learn from each other.
That would be amazing.
AI can make learning more accessible and create a more personalized experience for everyone.
So it's not just about automating things.
Right.
It's about giving power to people and communities.
It's about using AI to create a future where everyone has access to the things they need.
A more inclusive future for everyone.
Exactly.
This has been an incredible deep dive.
It really has.
We've explored how AI could change sales, how it could transform the way we learn, and even how it could change the future of work.
We've covered a lot.
It's clear that AI is here to stay,
It definitely is.
and it's going to have a huge impact on our lives.
There's no doubt about that.
As AI continues to change and grow, we can expect to see even more innovation, more disruption, and more opportunities.
It's an exciting time.
It really is. The key is to stay informed, stay curious, and be open to new possibilities.
I completely agree.
That's a great point to end on.
It is.
To everyone listening, thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
We hope this has given you some things to think about and made you curious about what AI can do.
We hope you learned something.
Remember, the future isn't something that just happens to us.
We create it.
We create it together, so keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the limits of what's possible.
And never stop asking questions.
Until next time, stay curious.